Hi there, my name is Helena.
And I'm Kelly.
And together we are the founders of Speaker Insight. We help authors, speakers and coaches to build a business on their terms.
And today we are doing our first Facebook Live.
Way!
And the reason why we're doing this, guys, is because we're just about to launch a new group called the Connection Hub.
Which we're very excited about.
Well, it's my Facebook Live, first Facebook Live ever, so it's losing my Facebook Live virginity, which
Yes.
is what I've been telling everyone to do for years. But anyway, so the Connection Hub is basically what we've set up to help speakers, authors and coaches to generally connect. From our background, I've had a speaker agency, a publishing house. Helena's run coaching businesses and franchised them out. So we've got a wealth of experience from the industry side and your side, so we can help you succeed and see it from both sides of the coin.
Yeah.
And really, what we spend our life doing is connecting people with each other.
People. So at the crux of running a speaker, author, coach business is that whole, I need someone to do this, or I need a person for that, or I need a resource that does this, or how do I make this thing talk to this thing? And Kelly and I, we found when we first met, we're the people that people go to. We're kind of the, how do I do one of these? And so we always are connecting people to suppliers, resources, people, anything that they need, we connect them through to.
And that's because one of our highest values, our shared values, is connection, right? So it just happens naturally.
Yeah.
But if any of you have worked with myself or Helena in our own rights, you'll know that our personality styles are quite different.
Yeah, just a little bit.
So I'm always known as the geeky, techie, left brain, strategic one, when Helena, on the other hand, is...
Oh, I'm sort of the one that's sort of much more about the inside. I will embrace you in a great big hug and actually help you regain the confidence to go back out there. I'm the one that you kind of come to, yes, for some nuts and bolts stuff, but most of the time I'm more about, are you aligned so that the nuts and bolts will work for you? Because when you put you at the heart of everything, actually the business will run that much better. And that's, so I kind of tend to be the inside job person.
I'm the outside
You
job.
are, you're so the outside
I've got the
job.
whip, right?
Yes.
So in that respect, it's like, when you're a speaker, author or coach, you're normally doing this business by yourself.
Yes.
And that's a lonely place, and you're known as the go-to expert, right, of who to see for your specialism.
Yeah.
So sometimes it's quite hard to ask for help or to say, I really should know that and I don't want to put it out there in case my followers are watching.
Yeah.
So this Connection Hub is a safe place for you to ask for what you need,
Yeah.
connect with people, but also get those insights into the industry, so we're there to advise you and hold your hand along the way.
Yeah.
Because really what we find is that in our own right, speakers, authors and coaches have maybe top 5 problems that we see. So
Yeah.
we really want to help you with this in the group. We
Yeah.
really want to nail down these points. Just as Helena's saying, if speakers, authors and coaches really got to grips with their positioning, a lot of their problems would be solved.
I completely agree. There's something about not knowing how to stand out, either as yourself or how to stand out for the products that you actually have, and just not quite knowing how to message it. So that's definitely something that
Yeah.
we see all the time.
People buy you, right? There are millions of people just like you on your subject area. So if you're not owning your story,
Yeah.
your USP, the essence of you in your products,
Yeah.
then there's no reason why they should choose you over everybody else. So
Exactly.
we really want to help you with that. The second thing we want to help you with is that we see a lot of people doing a lot of tactics.
Yes.
So they go on courses and they do stuff and oh, I've got a book created, or I've got a course, or I've got this keynote, or I know how to get speaking gigs. But they're not actually joining the dots,
Yeah.
right? So they've got these bits created, but they, one, don't know how to market and message it.
Yeah.
They don't own it because they're not in the middle of all those things. They're just external products that are around their services,
That's
not
it.
about them.
Yeah.
And they haven't joined the dots up and how they all work together.
And most of the time what we find is that they've learned one bit from one person and one bit from another person, and so what you end up with is almost like the puzzle box of about 4 different puzzles that you're trying to make into a picture that actually works, which is just never going to work because you're trying to marry together 4 or 5 different tactics from different people, having, you know, because what you really want to do is go out there and make your impact and actually influence people to do good in the world with your message, but you've kind of cobbled it together with a little bit of tape here and wire there, and it's not actually fitting together.
And you'll probably find yourself in one of 3 situations. This is where we normally speak to people.
Yeah.
You could be a speaker or a coach, and actually what you're doing not so well is not leveraging your time.
Yeah.
So if you're not coaching or speaking on stage, you're not earning. And so that's a huge amount of pressure for you. And also we find you've got successful speakers out there and they're flying around the world, and they actually come to me and go, I'm really tired of living out of a suitcase.
Yeah.
I haven't seen my family this month. But if I'm not speaking, I'm not earning. So how do I get around that?
Yeah.
So that's one of the things that we'll cover.
Yeah.
We also find people...
This is my favourite. This is my favourite kind of person. So it's actually, you might be one of the people who's got loads of stuff. You've made this program and that program and everything else. And where is it? It's in a filing cabinet, or it's on your laptop and
on your hard drive.
On your hard drive. and actually, you've got all this amazing stuff that you would really like to get out in the world, but it's not out there yet.
Or
yes,
you could be the person that's actually taken the plunge, built something, put it out there, and it's not selling.
Yeah.
Right? And that's going back to what we said before about you owning the message, you understanding what your audience wants, the problems they want at different stages,
Yeah.
and having a real seamless user journey so people actually never leave what your product or your service is about, because you're taking them on this journey and it feels effortless and seamless to them, rather than, well, this message is over here with this branding and this is over here, and no, they don't really connect, and it's confusing for your audience, so it's definitely not going to sell. Okay?
And it's highly likely to be confusing for you as well. And what that means is, I'm always going to talk about the inside, where that leaves you is probably feeling really fatigued or tired, or actually not feeling good enough, because nothing is selling and no one is responding in the way that you hoped or think that they could, and that's usually down to you being a little bit confusing in their mind.
And then you start doubting yourself, right?
Yes, you
Am I
do.
good enough? Do people really want to buy from me? And then what you start doing is you stop putting yourself out there.
Exactly.
Right? You stop putting yourself out there on social media. You stop asking people to buy,
Yeah.
and this is this vicious cycle.
Yeah.
So we're here to help, right? This is what the Connection Hub's about.
That's exactly it.
And every day we're going to do something. Every week we're consistent, because this is what we teach our guys to do.
Yeah.
We're consistent with what we help you with. So let's tell you a little bit about what we do on every day.
So I'm quite excited about this, because inside the Connection Hub on a Monday, because it's Monday, we do call out to connect. So that's really where you can request that graphic designer that you wanted, or the person that might help you with some copy, or maybe it's more about, actually, does this message even work? It's a call out to connect for whatever it is that is your current little problem that you are wanting to fix inside your business. It's a call out to connect for actual just being able to chat to someone and say, is anybody else out there in that way? So whatever it is that you're wanting, Monday is the day to go, help me.
Yeah.
I would love some assistance.
Yeah, it might be accessing our little black book, but also the group, the people we're inviting to the group, is going to be so resourceful that people have been there and done that, right? So if you're an author that wants to become a coach, then learn from people that have done that your way.
Or a speaker that wants to diversify into actually, creating products. How do I even go about that? Would this work in some way? That's really what Call Out on a Monday is all about.
And then Tuesdays is going to be our regular Facebook Live day. So at 1 o'clock on Tuesdays, we're going to be giving you the insights from the industries, from the people that we've worked with, from all of our experience and training on the topics that matter to you, right? So to actually make you work and run a business on your terms, how do you do that? How do you become a speaker, author and coach, but how do you run the business part of it so that it's serving your lifestyle, your income, and serving your audience at the same time? So we're going to be giving you this training every Tuesday.
Yeah, really excited about that. On a Wednesday, it kind of follows on a little bit. On a Wednesday, we will relieve all sorts of frustrations by Making Tech Simple. It's where we share all the tiny little things that make a business actually work seamlessly. Those little technical things, whether it's a website, an app, a way of doing things, something that allows you to become efficient, effective, or productive in your business. So it could be about systemizing in some way. It could be about simply making sense of how to take payments or what to put where in order to make things work. So
fun and funky apps that we've come across.
we can't actually, we're both really excited about sharing this. We've kind of got a list of 59 already, so you've got to stick around for a while. And this is really one of the things about that, connecting you to not just people, but resources and things that actually make life easier so that you can have more fun.
Yeah. And then Thursdays is our Curious Q&A day. So this is where we always need an expert. We need somebody who's been there and done it to pick their brains to go, I'm stuck, what do I do now? Or can you give me some feedback on this? Because what we want you to do is set those weekly intentions to know what you've got to do to move yourself forward every week.
Yeah.
But when you get stuck, and you will get stuck, we're here, right? We're here to be a weekly support for you, to ask questions. And we're not saying that we're going to know all the answers,
no.
but back to the connection thing, we'll tag people in the group who can answer that question for you. So we're basically here to handhold you and make sure you don't get in your own way and get stuck.
Yeah. Because most of you are wanting to or running businesses that you actually want to experience as a fun experience. And the Curious Q&As, honestly, we think anyone that takes on this journey is on an advanced personal development sort of track. And so the Curious Q&As really are about keeping you on that track. Yeah. Having said that though, Friday is kind of my day, because Friday is all about celebration. It's about that Friday feeling that you get when you have something you want to celebrate, something that you've landed. Maybe you just landed a great big book deal or proposal or something along those lines. Maybe it was just the fact that you nailed the copy for your about page or whatever it is. It can be tiny, it can be massive. So this is really about saying, where is the place where I want to celebrate my little, the thing that's just happened in my week? And it's where we actually don't feel lonely. It's because you've got a place where the people who don't think you've got three heads because you've chosen to be a coach, an author, or a speaker, because I don't know about you, so many people look at you and go, you're doing what? How is that a living? Like, what do you mean you know that feeling? Well, Friday feeling is all about you celebrating the successes with people who are like-minded and who will get it, and who will celebrate with you.
So we will put the link to the group up in the comments of this Facebook Live, so please join. We're inviting lots of people this week. As I said, we're just going to be opening after this Facebook Live. Yay. And what we want you to do is we want to set you a challenge.
Yeah, right? Of course, because because it's Kelly and I, and we're all about the have fun and get things done. So the challenge for you is very simple. When you actually come and join the group, please introduce yourself. Now, that, so many times you hear about your elevator pitch, your 60 seconds, that dreaded question when someone comes up and says to you, what do you do? What is the answer that you have for that? So we would invite you to, whether you write it, or whether you actually do a little video that is your 60 seconds, where you say who you are, what you actually do or provide, or what the service is that you actually share, and do it in such a way that we would choose you. And our deal with that is once you've done that, we're really happy to give you some feedback on that, because that's how you get better. We connect to people because of the words that they speak and the way that they come across. So we would love to provide you with some feedback that allows you to know how well you're connecting with us and everyone in the group. So please come. And
it's going back to that positioning part, right? You're constantly marketing yourself on social media, at meetings, etc., etc. And if you can't describe who you are, why you're the best choice for that person, what you can offer them and what your expertise in, really clearly, succinctly, That's key, right? So
Yeah.
we want to help you in the first step into the group. We're going to give you feedback on that to say, yes, you made an impact. Yes, if I was looking for that, I would choose you.
Yeah.
Or what we could do to help improve you. Because this group is about us supporting you all the way through.
Yeah.
As Helena said, we're there to have fun,
Yeah.
but we're there to get things
done. Definitely
Might
get
be our
things done.
tagline,
I know. Have fun, get things done. Come to the Connection Hub. Link is below. We'd love to see you there.
Have a good day.
You too. Bye.